Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, as we discussed in the video yesterday, JP has had the update now for Dokkan 2. It's now out on JP, and of course, part and parcel of that big maintenance was a data download, bunch of stuff in the files about the anniversary, and we have some new news here, including the official information on the first two EZAs of the anniversary, and they are two super EZAs. Two of the ones that we speculated about for filling those slots for the Majin Buu saga. You can see we have the AGL Super Vegito and INT BUUHAN Super EZAs, and these will be releasing on the 31st of January, which is Friday, 5 AM UK time, so basically midnight EST, 9 PM of Thursday the 30th if you are in the Pacific time zone in the US. So we're going to go over the details and everything. Shout out to Minato for the translations, because of course now they have finally started posting EZA details on both Global and JP. However, of course, this information doesn't come from an official Twitter post. This is just information that is now in the files because of the data download. So we're going to go ahead and check these out here. So let me change let's get this up and then change the view here so we can see. Alright, so AGL Super Vegito Super EZA. So super attack obviously doesn't change with a super EZA. Immense damage to the enemy, raise allies attack by 35% for one turn. So giving the boost on super is obviously very good. So he gets key +2, attack and defense 200%, attack and defense 150% when performing a super, attack and defense 25% up to 100, and chance to crit 15% up to 60 with each attack received. So once he's been hit 4 times, he's got an extra 100% attack and defense and 60% chance to crit. It's pretty good. Reduces damage received by 40% and reduced damage received by normal attacks by an additional 40%. Counters with tremendous power. Guards all attacks and reveals the location of enemy super attack for 2 turns when HP is 50% or below. So that's pretty good. Obviously he had the scouter effect before. Let me get his information up actually so we can see what the difference is, because I seem to remember like his scouter not really being a thing that you would see active like all of that often. But so let's see, where's my AGL Super Vegito? I need the I've got a non-EZA one randomly. I think I picked up a red coin one, red stone one, just in case I wanted to change his hidden potential. Yeah, it was just a scouter when HP is 40% or less. So now it's a scouter for 2 turns and guard when it's 50% or less. So that's pretty good. Then he gives attack and defense 50% and all allies other than this character 2 key and defense 20% when facing a superclass enemy. And then attack and defense 100% and all other allies 3 key and defense 30% when facing an extreme class enemy. So against an extreme class enemy, he has a bunch of extra stats and gives all allies 3 key and 30% defense. So he definitely seems very, very good. Obviously, the whole point of his design kind of always has been that he will eat all of these normals and then do a whole bunch of counters. He can build up crit chance, so he's going to be critting on the counters and hopefully doing a decent bit of damage, buffing the allies with his super attack. So it's like he has the scouter built in. So some turns, of course, you're not going to have the scouter active, but any turn where you get the scouter active, you can essentially know where to put him, so he's not going to get hit by a super. He's buffing all the allies' defense as well, which is nice. So yeah, he definitely seems solid. I don't think on paper it's not one that jumps out and instantly like, oh, he's the best like EZA in the game, but definitely seems to be very, very solid. On a turn where you can get away with putting him in slot 1 as well, that 35% attack boost for the allies for the turn is going to be really good, especially considering the all the new units that are coming out and the fact that he's going to share teams with a couple of them. So that should be interesting. And then we have BUUHAN. So this is one that I've been looking forward to. The Buu team is definitely one of the fun ones, especially with like the double Glorio leads. So Super EZA INT BUUHAN does immense damage and greatly lowers attack and defense, which is a decent enough super attack effect. And then obviously he has the chance to do the Ghost Kamehameha, which does more damage. Passive skill, attack and defense 200%, 200% when performing a super. That's pretty good. Launches an additional super attack. That's just guaranteed. Just does an additional super. Changes tech key spheres to rainbow. From the 5th turn onward from the start of battle, randomly changes a type of key sphere other than tech to int. So then he'll be changing tech orbs to int, and tech orbs to rainbow, and another type of orb to int, which is pretty good. Attack 40%, defense 30%, and 12,000 HP recovered per key sphere obtained. I mean, that's pretty good. 30% defense per orb, and he's like a double orb changer after turn 5. So that's pretty crazy. Chance to crit 33% and reduce damage received by 22%, up to 66 per rainbow key sphere obtained. So he's a rainbow orb changer that if you pick up 3 rainbow orbs has 66% damage reduction. Recovers 15% HP at the end of the turn, and doesn't even need to be hit to do that. Attack and defense 100%, and allies other than this character 3 key, and attack 30% when facing a superclass enemy, or 50% to stats and allies 2 key, attack 20% when facing an extreme class enemy. So essentially doing a similar thing to Vegito, but for allies when facing extreme instead of super, and he's buffing attack instead of defense while also giving a bit of key. So this guy seems like a super good addition to the Buu team. He's a rainbow orb changer from turn 5, double orb changer. I mean, Tech Buuhan obviously just released at the end of last year and they have the same name. But this guy will fit really well on the team, even as just like a floating support unit, because he's going to heal a bunch when he picks up the orbs. His post-super stats should be pretty good. And then on top of that, obviously the damage reduction from picking up rainbow orbs. So yeah, definitely looks very good. So both of these super EZAs seem really solid. Obviously for the anniversary, we're getting the new Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito. So having the Vegito get a super EZA is obviously a nice addition, and they will go very well together. So there's a couple of other bits and pieces from the data download that we now know, which is certainly very interesting. There are 2 new categories. The first one is Heroes Who Protect the Earth, is one of the rough translations. I'm going to do a video going over both of these like full detail, because obviously you can't get the full like imagery on here, but like I know people were joking about a Z Heroes category, but this is kind of almost like, I mean, I know it's not going to be every single superclass character, but this is like so many Gokus, Vegetas, Gohans. You know, it should be like you got the Tree of Might Goku in there. Realistically, it should be like the hero protagonists from like most movies, characters from like the end of the arcs as well. Like this is going to have a lot of characters on it, and this should be a very interesting team. Heroes that protected the Earth. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Goku is on here, so I'm assuming this is going to be the leader skill for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because Blue Evolution Vegeta is obviously not on here. It does look like, if that is all the LRs, it does look like the Vegito isn't on here as well. So yeah, this must be the Super Saiyan 4 Goku leader skill. And then the next one is Inherited Power, and this one does have Blue Evolution Vegeta, doesn't have Vegito, so this will be Blue Evolution Vegetas. So these are the 2 new categories, and they should both be the 200% leads for Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta, which is interesting because we talked about with like Blue Evolution Vegeta's kit, depending what his unit super condition is, like, are there any Gokus on this team? Because like he has a unit super with Goku, whether it's a Realm of Gods Goku or it has to straight up be a UI Goku. But if this is his leader skill, there's like no Gokus on his team, so that's certainly interesting. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see what comes from that. We also have, of course, with Dokkan 2, one of the biggest updates is this post here. Guard symbol added, only shows up when it's activated. So you can see here, Tech Vegeta always has guard. So there's the symbol there, the second to last one, with the 5 coloured circles to represent all the typings, and then the guard. But as you can see, it's the start of the turn, obviously, because we're looking at the team menu, and Tech Trunks has the icon. So we finally have something that we've been asking for years. We have an indicator where units who have a chance to guard, we now know whether they're going to guard on that turn or not, which is huge. Obviously, of course, you know, you then still have to have a good rotation where you can put them in the right slot, because if the indicator doesn't show up and you know that your unit isn't going to guard, but there's like 3 attacks in every slot, you could still potentially be cooked, especially with units like Trunks. But obviously this is very, very helpful, something that has been much requested for a long time. Someone tagged me in this post with a picture of Tech Android 16, because for those of you that were around back in the day, before the Tech Androids came out, we were struggling to do Android's Extreme Super Battle Road, no item run. The number of times we lost because Tech 16 wasn't guarding that turn. And now we finally have an indicator to know whether those units are going to be guarding, which is crazy. And then we also have an interesting update as well. This was posted by Air Dokkan, so shout out to him, some of the info about what's coming out for the anniversary itself. So the celebration officially starts at a very different time to usual. It's the 29th at 6 AM in Japan, which is like 10 PM on the 28th Central European time. So for me, that's 9 PM on January the 28th, which is quite interesting because I'm used to these big events starting like super early, like 4 in the morning and stuff like that. So this starting at like 9 PM, which is on a Tuesday, is actually quite good for me. So that means obviously it's going to be like 1 PM in the afternoon for Pacific America, which I guess is a pain for everyone who like works or has school or uni or whatever. It's 1 PM and then 4 PM for extreme extreme standard time, Eastern Standard Time. So we've got some other things: new challenge events, Supreme Battle Spectacle, Super Warriors Assemble. So a new blue zone, Super Warriors Assemble. That's interesting. Veteran Super Strong Enemy. New challenge event, stage 1 and 2 for the 10th anniversary battle. New skill orbs for the first anniversary Dokkan Fest unit. So I mean, that right there is like a huge potential teaser that Janemba and Gogeta are going to super EZA because they're getting new skill orbs. So that's interesting. Dokkan Chronicle, Vegeta Story Red Zone, weekly missions for Dragon Gemstone, which is green. Whis and Link skill orb events revamped with missions. New skill orb limited event, rainbow tickets, AGL Super Vegito and INT BUUHAN Super EZA, all limited skill orbs back, and Purunga back as well, collecting the Purunga Dragon Balls. So the rainbow tickets, remember as well, those are very important because if they work the same as the anniversary last year, we were able to collect 77 of those and then do a 77 unit summon on any one of the 4 anniversary banners. And loads of people pulled anniversary headliner unit like for free off of those tickets, so that means we should be getting those again. We don't know how many. I've seen a lot of people say that instead of the 77, because it's the 10th anniversary, we could get 100 unit multi, which would be absolutely insane. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. So Super Vegito and BUUHAN Super EZA, that's coming on the 31st, so that is when the anniversary has well and truly started. Officially begins on the 28th for most of us, early in the afternoon if they're in the US, late in the evening if you're in the UK or EU, and then it's like early in the morning Japan and places like Australia, I guess, the next day. So let me know your thoughts on everything in the data download. Obviously for global, we're still waiting a day for Dokkan 2, so we'll have a video tomorrow for that with actual gameplay and stuff like that. But let me know what you guys think of everything that is in the data download. How excited are you for the start of the anniversary? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.